My name is Mary Vicario, and as I often say, I believe I was born into this trauma work. Being born to a World War II veteran who's also a concentration camp liberator, learned at a very young age the power of post-traumatic stress was something that woke me up in the middle of the night when my father would throw himself out of bed and I would come toddling in and he would be talking about what he saw as he walked through that concentration camp, never once seeing a 3 or 4-year-old child sitting in front of him. But from those very early experiences, I've always wanted to learn how to help people not just heal from those experiences, but identify all the courage it took to rise above those experiences. Throughout my career, I've been on that search, and as I find things through the miracle of neuroscience, I got to discover neuroplasticity, the ability of our brain to actually change over time. It's not stagnant. We don't have to be stuck in these traumatic experiences. And in fact, when we look at what we did to survive, there's hidden resilience in that. And building on that resilience allows us to create the life we want instead of merely recreating the life that's familiar. So I developed this trauma responsive care certification series in case you're out there working with someone whose behavior is so confusing, it doesn't make sense. That's a clue that we have complex trauma going on. And what does one do with complex trauma? One looks at the survival skills of the person. Because when we look at what's wrong with someone, that's trauma uninformed. And when we have the courage to look at what happened to them, that is trauma informed. But then when we have the wisdom to look at what that person did to survive, we can engage those survival skills and the resilience hidden in them to have a trauma responsive action toward that person. And this training series is designed to help you be more trauma responsive so that we can build on people's resilience and build on our brain's natural ability to change and develop for the environments that we find ourselves in and the environments we want to create for ourselves. I hope you will join us in this series. It is designed for anyone, not just clinicians, although it's definitely helpful for clinicians, but anyone, direct support professionals, first responders, educators, anyone who works with people who have experienced trauma. We even have some specialized work we do with community advocates. So please, if you have a question about will this work for me or not, please reach out and we would love to connect with you. And we hope to see you in our Trauma Responsive Care Certification Series offered through the Tristate Trauma Network.